Never. And the right thing to do was for this political leadership to pay their respects. And by the way, Arnab, and might I add, that where is the political leadership of the rest of the country? Why are they not kind of crying hoarse about what is happening here when people are dying here too?
I think
just as these five
one second. No, don't. I'm not here. No, one second. The fact is
that this is also
no, it's not. No, it's not, because RPN Singh, RPN Singh, yeah, because of actually it's RPN Singh represented the central government and was there at the airport when the wreath-laying ceremony happened. The chief minister was not there. As far as I know, so understand.
I want to invite you, Arnab. If you might just give me 1 minute, think about it. I want us to close this divide between the people of Kashmir and the rest of the country. I invite you, Arnab.
There is no
divide.
Come to my
There is no divide. There is no divide.
There is no divide. There is no divide.
Talk about those
no, there is no divide. There is no divide. The divide is only between the terrorists and the rest of the nation. And if you are supporting the terrorists, then there is a divide. There is no divide between the nation and Kashmir as concerned.
Can I say
and if you are talking about people who are dying, if the people are on the streets with the guns in their hands, attacking your people,
Can I say one thing? There is no divide. One sec, Salman. The response to your point is we grieve. The entire nation grieves for the youth who was killed in Baramulla. We grieve for the manner in which that young man died in Baramulla. Every innocent Kashmiri who becomes a casualty to this violence must be grieved, and that must not happen. And the people of this country must stand. And I say here today in front of General Jaswal, the Indian Army must learn to be more sensitive to the people of Kashmir. But the people of Kashmir must realize, shouldn't they, General Jaswal, where the problem is coming from? I mean, the Indian Army doesn't want to be stationed there forever. It's because of the problem from Pakistan. General Jaswal.
I'll tell you. You see, first of all, I appreciate and I'm really touched by the statement of Mr. Soz.
Yes.
That his heart goes to these families.
Yes, absolutely.
The 5 martyrs. But I would like to know, why hasn't there been any procession in favor of this sensational killing, Fadayan attack on our soldiers? If in case genuinely he's also a politician, he felt so, I'm sure he could have mustered people and carried them. Agitating against the Fadayan attack, why not? Well, he can talk about other things and he must show sympathy for others. Please, no, just a minute. Now, as far as the army is concerned, let me tell you, please, no, Soz, I don't like that comment and that smirk on your face. This is not the way. I'm talking with a lot of responsibility, and let's talk like gentlemen.
There is no smirk.
No, you can't keep, sorry.
There is no smirk on my face.
No, I heard
it. This is debate about people dying.
Just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
There is no smirk.
Yeah, okay, continue.
Exactly. They're dying, and if you have sentiment for these soldiers, I would have felt extremely happy. I would have come and saluted you had there been a procession in favor of these martyrs. Now, as far as the army is concerned, let me tell you, there is no divide. There are certain people only whom Pakistanis and our separatists have achieved, on whom these people have achieved psychological dislocation. And they keep saying this. Let me tell you, outside, you go to the interiors, the people actually worship the army. The amount of work army has done, I think I'm fully clear, and people should be aware of it. Let's not say that the people of the green uniform or the security forces are here to kill. The often used statement, occupation army. Please understand, they come here, they sacrifice themselves.
But General Jaswal, I want to come back. I want to reiterate again and again, it is not army versus people of Kashmir. I really honestly think there's one point. That I'm making this point repeatedly, that, of course, army outreach sensitize. The hurt of the people of Kashmir has to be stopped, but that hurt will be stopped when the 4,000 terrorists from Pakistan stop trying to sneak in. My question to Nizamuddin Bhatt is this, sir. Tell me, an adjournment motion in your assembly on the killing of the CRPF personnel is disallowed, right? It is not allowed. But an adjournment motion on Afzal Guru is moved by both the National Conference and the PDP. How is this possible,
it's
sir?
Our right to move an adjournment motion, whether by BJP or by PDP. In our case, we were not there in the assembly today when this incident had happened. Earlier, the Afzal Guru's case was there, yes. We moved an adjournment motion.
So you care more for Afzal Guru than for Afzal Guru than for the CRPF Jawans?
You will recognize the commotion and restlessness in the state that was as a fallout of Afzal Guru's hanging. Again, in the aftermath of July, once curfew has been laid, had we been there, we would also move another adjournment motion to discuss the entire situation.
Sir, I am telling you today, sir, I'm telling you today. Mr. Nizamuddin Bhatt, listen to me, sir.
Men in uniform and men without uniform.
Mr. Bhatt.
Jammu and Kashmir state, which is suffering. Who is responsible? Tell me,
Mr. Bhatt, can I ask you one thing?
I'm asking you one. Creating such a situation,
Afzal, one second.
Taking us to such a hell.
Mr. Bhatt, out of 13 sittings of your assembly in this session, 10 sittings are devoted and disrupted due to the Afzal Guru issue. Total grants of 2 ministries have been passed in 6 minutes of around 14,016 crores without any discussion. The budget in Jammu and Kashmir has not been discussed in the assembly.
That's the situation like.
You only want to discuss Afzal Guru. Why?
Do you want us to be silent? Do you want us to be silent?
So discuss development for the people of Kashmir. Afzal Guru is not a development icon.
Our credentials every time in question. We were there for 9 years. To prove that India is a larger democracy. It can give us a better future, better dignity and honor. And you have failed us. You have failed us. These Fidain attacks. Who has created such a situation?
Pakistan.
Giving reason for everyone to intervene.
Pakistan.
Giving reason for everyone to intervene.
Pakistan.
When you talk of a government, whether in New Delhi or in Jammu and Kashmir state, they have failed everyone. They have failed you. They have failed Indian state. They have failed Indian people. They have failed us.
No, who's failed you? I want to ask, who has failed you? Name the people who were saying failed you.
The New Delhi's attitude.
No, you have failed yourself.
Okay,
sir, you have failed yourself. You have encouraged terrorism in Kashmir. You have given birth to terrorism in Kashmir. You have invited terrorism in Kashmir.
Come down to Kashmir society.
Sir, I want to say, sir, please, I say, request you. I request you, gentlemen.
Where thousands have laid their lives.
Yes,
whether from
last word to
security
Salman.
forces or from innocent civilians.
Last word to Salman Soz.
There are enough martyrs graveyards there.
Salman Soz. Mr. Soz's intervention.
Can I just say that we are always shouting over each other, but we're not talking to each other. We're not listening to each other. I think if we want peace here so that no one dies here, no soldier, no civilian. For that, I think the country's political leadership, the Prime Minister of this country, should take the initiative to do something dramatic out here. Think about Mr. Prime Minister Vajpayee's kind of speech about going beyond the beaten track. Kashmiris have made a lot of accommodations. We participated in elections in 2002, 2008, Panchayat elections. Always wanted to give peace a chance so that genuine aspirations are taken care of.
Salman,
the Prime Minister needs to do something.
No, Salman, as I wrap up,
we don't see any more.
Salman, as I wrap up, believe me, the problem is not in Srinagar or in Delhi. The problem is in Rawalpindi, and perhaps we need to get into a real outreach to explain how the problem is in Rawalpindi. Gentlemen, we'll debate this. I'm glad at least on one point we are all together, that whether it's politically risky or not, the Chief Minister should have been there at the wreath laying ceremony. He just should have been there. That's it. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me.